Thanks for watching. Today we're going to be giving you Guardian updates as of the week of February 14th, 2022, which is our Sprint 6 demo update. Just a quick overview of the agenda. We're going to give you an update on the roadmap. We're also going to be reviewing the issues that we tackled in Sprint 6 that lasted from January 24th through February 14th. We typically have 2-week sprints, but this sprint took an extra week. As you could see, we committed to more story points, as I'll show you in the next part. Then we're going to flip over and give you the demo of the issues that we solved in Sprint 6. And then also we're going to be looking ahead as of the week of February 15th, which is actually today, the date of this recording. We're going to be taking a look at what issues that we're going to be tackling in Sprint 7. And we're also going to be talking about the release that just happened and also the next upcoming release. And we're also going to be giving you some of the ways that you can submit either bugs or policy requests through various different channels. All right, so just a quick overview of the Guardian roadmap. Again, this is open source, so anyone can see that. All you need to do is install the Zen Hub extension on Chrome. And when you travel to the Guardian GitHub repo, you'll be able to see a tab to quickly open that up and see what's going on here. You can see that we've included over the past couple of weeks the use of projects, which projects is a way where you can take multiple epics that also contain the user stories and group them together. So as you could see, we took the screenshot a couple days ago, but we should be completing the tutorials. As you'll see, that's some of the items that is completed. We're going to be completing the Vera methodology, which is another policy that we're going to be putting on demo towards the end of February. We're coming close to the productization, as we're calling it, of the Guardian APIs, but as that's always going to be a work in progress. We're going to be showing some interesting things with regards to the discoverability of the data towards the middle of March and so on and so forth. So you can see that we have definitely some epics that are planned out that are going well into the summertime. Some of the epics that we are going to be starting out on is, for example, one to mention is the scalability testing. And we're always going to be continuously looking ways to decentralize the Guardian, and that's going to be a nice segue onto Sprint 6 because we've uncovered a couple of ways that we can put some of the elements and the components of the Guardian in a decentralized fashion. Just an overview over what we covered in Sprint 6. So Sprint 6, we committed to 133 story points and we delivered 85 story points. We typically average somewhere around 60, 65, 66 story points. So like we mentioned, that this sprint was not 2 weeks. It lasted a little bit longer. It went to 3 weeks, hence the reason that we delivered more story points. So some of these things that you'll see, some of the issues you're not going to see in the demo. They're just minor ones like changing the error messaging you could see on the top left, which is ticket number 357, ticket number 332, which is some of the broken links in the README. All those have been fixed. What you are going to see is, for example, ticket number 360 that we finished up, which is the use of the NFT.storage guys, which is how we're going to be taking information and putting it into IPFS. IPFS is going to be something that we're going to be showing in the demos. And again, that was part of the decentralization of the Guardian effort. Along with that, something that I would like to highlight is that there was a lot of hype and requests for the tutorials of how to create policies and also put that in a way that could be easily read and taken off of the GitHub repo, because that is really a lot of content to put into the repo. We migrated that over to Gitbook and that is currently live. So let's get into Sprint 6 demo. To start our demo, we're going to be looking at ticket number 47, public policies and schemas. Best way to show you that is to go into the Guardian user interface, and we're going to click on import. Obviously, before, from previous versions, you can import with a file like a zip folder, but now we're going to show you importing from IPFS. You're going to want to take the Hedera message timestamp from a schema that was previously put in IPFS, and now you can put it right into the input, and you can see what it is. You can see the version that it was, and you can click the import button. And obviously, when you import it, it would come in the draft state, and you can edit it as you normally would edit any schemas, and you can go ahead and publish them. You can see right here we're finding the one we just imported and the draft state, and we can go and publish it, and we can also put a version. Here we're going to put it as version 1.0.1, and we can save that version. Another thing that we're going to show you when you go to the Policies tab is the importing of policies. Obviously, as before, the functionality that was expected was the importing with a zip folder, but now, just like the schemas, you could save your policies to IPFS. Again, that contains your schemas, your tokens, all the policy workflows, etc. Put in the timestamp. You would be able to click OK, and you could see what that policy is and all the associated information. Once you reviewed it and you're okay with it, you can go ahead and click the import button. And again, the same way that it comes into your system, comes into the Guardian in the draft status, you can give it a version number, you can edit it as you want, and obviously you can go ahead and publish it. Over here we're going to give it a version of 1.0, and there we go. The policy has been imported and published. There's another ticket for versioning support in policies, number 310, as you saw, that we were able to enter that. Now we're going to take a look at internal API tests written. Ticket number 199 is the next ticket that we're going to be taking a look into. To perform the API test, just navigate to the README and follow the commands right there. The next ticket that we're going to take a look into is ticket number 335, which toggles the VC view between forms and raw data. So this is across the entire system. Anywhere that you see that there's a form to fill out, you now have the ability to flip between something that's human readable, or for anyone that wants to see the code behind it, they can click the toggle in the right hand corner and you see all the raw data. The next couple tickets are kind of the same, they're kind of associated, but the one that we're going to take a look into is ticket number 394, which is the marking of required fields on APIs. So if you travel to the Swagger site, you could see the asterisks that's commented in the APIs that allows you to understand which ones are required and which ones are not. The next ticket that we're going to take a look into is 279, which is to create the file upload functionality for schemas and forms. This is really important for different policies that they're going to require different types of file uploads. We're using the NFT.storage, which takes APIs and puts it right to IPFS. Makes it really simple to use. And you can see right here is the IPFS ID. You can see the CID there. You can see the IPFS URL. You can see that that's associated in many different ways, in many different places. So the first way was the uploading of the image, and then now we're showing you how the image actually looks like when you're receiving that image from IPFS. Last but not least is the tutorials for the user guide of creating policies using the UI, and also the tutorials for creating policies using the APIs. We do have Gitbook enabled in Github, and you can travel to the README and you can see that all the documentation is right in that link. So just to show you how to navigate that, there's also going to be a UI coming as well, but in case you want to take a look down at the code level, you can find all these different pieces of documentation again in the docs section of the Guardian repo. So that was the demo of Sprint 6. Now looking ahead, we have Sprint 7 coming up. So to just highlight some of the issues that we're going to be uncovering here, that we're going to be tackling. The sprint is going to be lasting from February 15th all the way through February 28th. At the current moment, we've committed 101 story points, but we're going to be doing our sprint planning this week. So there's going to be more story points that are going to be committed. Just to talk about a couple of them, one that I think is going to be really exciting to note is the preparation of a new policy. So far in the Guardian repo, we have been showing in the demo reference implementation at the IREC policy, which is for the renewable energy credits. Now we're going to be showcasing a Vera Red policy for deforestation, which is pretty complex. It needed to have new schemas, new policy logic, workflow blocks, etc. So we just had our release yesterday, which was Monday, February 14th. Previously, it was version 1.04. We thought it was appropriate to bump it up to version 1.1 right now. Expect another release to come out on schedule every month. So the next one is going to be Tuesday, March 15th, 2022. There are multiple ways to reach out to us. You can reach out to us on GitHub. You can submit policy requests, enhancements if you're playing around with the repo or if you're working on it. And if you find some bugs, please go ahead and mention those bugs to us so that we can get our engineering team on that immediately. Also, if you haven't joined the Discord, come and join that conversation. It's at thehedera.com/discord. And when you get there, just look for the sustainability channel. Or feel free to reach out to us directly. You can submit a policy enhancement or bug either through sending us an email at info@envisionblockchain.com, or just very simply go to www.envisionblockchain.com and you can contact us right there from the website. Thank you so much. And please, we want to hear from you. Have a good day. Bye.